Thank you very much, Joyce. Our next speaker is giving a speech number 1 from the ACS Specialty Speeches book. It is called Speaking Off the Cuff. His assignment is basically an expanded table topics. He has to give an impromptu speech of 5 to 7 minutes. He has generated 5 random topics. The topics are Toastmasters, the internet, politics, campaign 2008, or Iraq, and his evaluator will choose one of those topics and he'll have to give a speech. Please welcome Art Testani.
Changed a few of the topics.
Asparagus. Come on, asparagus.
Global accounts. This is a Cisco-specific topic. Well, that's an easy one. First of all, you want to pick again? No. Let me. First of all, I'd like to ask each of you, what do you think of when you think of the term global accounts? I won't ask each of you, but Brian, I know your background isn't in corporate America, but if you heard the term global accounts, what would you think of?
Business outside the United States.
Okay. John, do you have an opinion as well?
I'll go with Brian's answer.
Okay. Arnie?
I think that might have to do with energy consumption, perhaps.
Okay. And one last one, our senior statesman here.
I kind of like Brian's. I'll go with
all right.
the solution here.
Well, in fact, I think Brian probably closest in terms of the definition. What global accounts means, and I'll talk from a Cisco perspective, but it's, I think, universally true. It's doing business on a multinational basis with a specific enterprise or government. For example, we have the federal government in our program. DOD has certainly business around the world, and you need to engage with them as a corporation around the world. So it's not limited to an enterprise space, but it is the perception or the requirement that you, in fact, maintain a standard way, or a consistent way is a better term, a consistent way of doing business so that you're not ineffectual. In fact, what you want to do is, even though we hear that the world is flat and that things with the internet make business so much easier, the reality is that there's still many barriers to effective business relationships globally. You have export-import laws, you certainly have barriers to selling products, there's defense barriers. You can't ship certain products in and out of a country. Those kinds of things prevent you from doing business. And then there's cultural barriers. We all know the fact that there are different cultures would have different ways of doing business. What a corporation such as Cisco and HP and IBM and some of the larger enterprises in the United States attempts to do, and it's not limited to the United States, we have corporations in Europe that follow the practice as well. What we attempt to do is to provide a uniform way of doing business with that account. And the way we achieve that, because we are dealing with all those complexities, the way we achieve that is we create what we call a global accounts team. So within that headquarters theater, there's an individual that manages that relationship at the executive levels. And then within each other country, there are people on this virtual team. Now the challenges are that you've got to all be on the same playing field at the same level, at the same consistent awareness of the account, the uniqueness, the intricacies. What we use within Cisco is we use the internet. Of course, we have collaboration tools. I don't know how many of you are familiar with the collaboration tools, but I'm sure you've seen WebEx communication where you can actually sit down, make a conference call, get all your peers from around the world to share a web screen, to share presentations, video pictures of each and every one of them so you get the little interpersonal relationship, as well as you get out and meet those people from time to time. But the idea is that you collaborate, and by collaboration you develop a consistent level of behavior within the team and you overcome those barriers. So that's what global accounts is all about. I guess to give you a little past, present, and future on it, most companies start out with their infancy of not knowing what they want to do, and what happens when you don't have a program in place is you have people that pretty much start out doing business different ways. You got someone in, in Europe offering price A, and you have someone in the United States maybe selling it for price B, and pretty soon someone in Japan is selling it for price C. And then they all get together, that is the customer, and says, why is he able to buy it cheaper than I'm able to buy it? Those are the kinds of things. They don't take into account that there's a different cost structure in place. So those are the kinds of things that we attempt to overcome. That's the past. The present, of course, is, as I said, we collaborate, we work together. Our goals are to have a consistent price structure worldwide, consistent contractual terms worldwide, a consistent level of behavior worldwide. And our vision is that we want to be the best of the best. John Chambers, who's the president of the company, said that Cisco objective is to be the #1 company in the world. And that's a pretty damn lofty goal. We're clearly not there today, but that is an objective. So when we came from that past that I just cited, we are now in the present. In 3 to 5 years, we'd like to think that through those Harvard Business reviews that you may read about, that you'll learn about that. And you'll learn about our program, and you'll see that we have the best of breed. We've presented a lot of this information on a Strategic Account Managers Association, which is outside and enterprise evaluation things that allow us to help us develop these programs. We share these programs with outside companies. We, again, try to be the best of breed. So with that, that's a summary level of the Global Accounts Program. And I wish you would have picked politics. Thank you very much.